Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star based on novel. So let's start. Surrounded by the rolling Nine Tiger River, Golden Horned Beast advanced and penetrated his way through carefully. In the faraway darkness, that Golden Horned Beast is making its way to Master's palace. We have to stop him. We cannot let him bother Master. Silver Dragon, not even I am able to stop him. It's the same for you. I may not be able to stop him, but Black Sky, you are definitely able. Our powers may be comparable, but your godly body is much bigger than mine. With such a massive godly body, you may be able to pester him persistently and hold him back for a long time. But you are retreating after your first defeat. Don't you know that Master's stateliness should never be compromised? Yet you condoned the Golden Horned Beast's act of intruding into Master's palace. No, Silver Dragon. His power is much stronger than you think. If he had really wanted to shake me off his tracks, there would have been no way I could stop him. What? You can't stop him? Could he possibly be a universe master? Even if he isn't, his powers are comparable, Black Sky Horde leader said. We shall take things a step at a time. Let him meet with Master for now. Since he does not want to heed my advice, if he gets annihilated, we are not to blame. If he meets our Master and causes a disturbance, his only end will be to face annihilation. That's right, another cold voice said. That Golden Horned Beast is going to regret this. Let's go. Black Sky Horde leader, together with the other small figure on his body, disappeared quickly into the darkness. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. Golden waves surged forward rapidly and swept through the void space, clearing all obstacles in its way. Golden Horned Beast cast his gaze into the distance. Black Sky Horde leader's words made him cautious. After all, this was the place Sitting Mountain guest teacher had arranged. Earlier, the third black metal board had been found to be with the Green Knight and Purple Knight. Those were definitely universe overlords. As for the fourth black metal board, he'd had to meet with Craftsman Master. Now, for the fifth piece, the final black metal board, this would probably be an extraordinary experience, too. If he can enslave Black Sky Horde leader, this master must be at least a universe master, Luo Feng speculated. Following the intense beckoning of the black metal board, Golden Horned Beast advanced progressively. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. Half an hour later, there were no longer any obstructions in the way. Obviously, all the other special life forms were apprehensive after witnessing the loss Black Sky Horde leader had suffered. They gave up trying to stop this Golden Horned Beast. That annoying Golden Horned Beast. How dare he bother Master? He is indeed very powerful. Sir Black Sky was defeated by him. We shall see. When he meets with Master, he is going to regret it. But by then, it will be too late for regrets. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. Golden Horned Beast could faintly feel the other special life forms secretly watching him from afar, but they were not bothering him, so he did not feel like paying them any attention. Half an hour after he started out, amidst the dark mist ahead, the corner of the large palace started to show up indistinctly. This towering palace was fully cloaked with a coat of blood red, and the single corner that was revealed was simply unbelievable. A palace. Golden Horned Beast manipulated Nine Tiger River to advance at a rapid speed, and soon, he arrived at the main doors of the palace. The doors seemed ordinary, but they exuded an overwhelming amount of power. Above the doors, there were three extremely complicated sets of secret engravings. Though they were indecipherable, the meanings of the three words were directly transmitted into his mind: Blood Cloud Palace. Blood Cloud Palace. Riding the rolling, golden waves in front of the palace, Golden Horned Beast's face registered a shocked expression. The legendary Blood Cloud Palace. The fifth black metal board is here in Blood Cloud Palace. Golden Horned Luo Feng was thunderstruck. At the same time, on the faraway Redbud Island, the moment his original Earthling body got this news, it connected with the virtual universe, without delay, and started a deliberate investigation. Luo Feng was no stranger to Blood Cloud Palace. It was very prominent among the billions of super great beings of various races in the universe. Yet wherever Blood Cloud Palace traversed became a sea of bloody massacres. Blood Cloud Master was a strangely wicked character. Whenever he found a certain great being to be an eyesore, he would kill without a second thought, and the killing extended to the home of the great being. At times, he would even attack the core of a race's territory. When he had a target in mind, he killed without mercy. However, as far as his background, identity, what race was he from, and his true power, all of these were unknown. All that was known about him was that his Blood Cloud Palace was a flying palace-type true treasure. Back when it had run rampant in the universe, it killed countless and made enemies with almost 99% of all the powers in the universe. There were many universe masters who wanted him dead, but although Blood Cloud Palace Master was a loner, he was powerful to the extent of annihilating 2 universe masters single-handedly. The number of universe overlords who had fallen at his hands was even more alarming. Moreover, the moment he sensed that the situation might not be favorable to him, he would flee the scene in his Blood Cloud Palace at top speed. Over the course of many long years, there had been no great being who could contain this Blood Cloud Palace Master. And if there was some power who went head-on with Blood Cloud Palace Master, he would react like a raving lunatic and conjure up all sorts of retaliation methods to deal with his opponent. An evil lunatic, powerful and mysterious. This was Blood Cloud Palace Master. No one knew where his home was, what the true threshold of his power was, whether he was a special life form, or if he belonged to a certain race. Everything about him was a mystery. Because he was always dressed in a blood-red battle robe and wore a blood-red mask, his true appearance was also a mystery. During his craziest moments, he once made the entire universe hate him while he continued living at ease and comfort, and even annihilated 2 universe masters. Battles between universe masters were always close, the victor was always difficult to predict. Yet he had killed 2. This was strong evidence of how overpowering he was. Rumors had it that Blood Cloud Palace Master was of human origins. Because no matter how perverse Blood Cloud Palace Master was, killing and annihilating countless lives, including great beings from the Ancestral God School, the Northern Territory Alliance, the Crystal Clan, the Prison Clan, the Bug Clan, the Demon Clan, the Automaton Race, and the Space Beast Alliance, the human race was always free from harm. As for the 9 Territories Alliance and others, which were one notch lower in strength, they would undoubtedly suffer a great deal. If a universe overlord of a certain race was killed by Blood Cloud Palace Master, it was best to let the matter go. If the race decided to continue fighting on, they would suffer greater losses. After all, even the various top powers in the Ancestral God School were unsuccessful in dealing with this Blood Cloud Palace Master. Blood Cloud Palace, Golden Horned Beast said. It raised its head to look at the 3 engraved words on the top of the palace doors. Back when Blood Cloud Palace Master ran rampant in the universe, so full of arrogance as if nobody could beat him, he was definitely a mysteriously overpowering presence. However, since that glorious period, rumors of him have dwindled. He eventually started to disappear from the scene. Thereafter, he only emerged twice. The last time he made an appearance was about 3 million eras ago. He has disappeared for much too long. There has been no news at all, and various powers of the universe have speculated that Blood Cloud Palace Master must be one of the universe masters in disguise, assuming another identity. But there is no longer any need for this disguise now. So he has yet to make another appearance. Luo Feng finished looking into the relevant detailed information that he found within the virtual universe. He only had one thought in mind. This was a lunatic. A powerful lunatic. He was a loner free of all constraints and attachments. Even top powers who fought him suffered in the end. Whoever came forth to provoke him would simply have to fight. Who would have known that the Blood Cloud Palace was hiding here? And with Black Sky Horde leader guarding it. Luo Feng was dumbfounded. No wonder not a single great being could find it. After all, the universe masters do not really care much about visiting ancient secret regions, and the ordinary universe knights wouldn't even be able to make it to the doors with Black Sky Horde leader standing guard. Various races of the universe only know that this is Black Sky Horde leader's territory. What they didn't know is that this is actually the home of Blood Cloud Palace Master. What should I do? Should I go in or not? Blood Cloud Palace Master's fame was overwhelming, his strength was overpowering, and he had killed 2 Universe Masters single-handedly. Based on calculated estimations, his power had to be a close match to Primal Chaos City leader. No wonder Black Sky Horde leader had been so confident earlier on. Moreover, Blood Cloud Palace was a flying palace-type true treasure. However, based on what he could sense, that black metal board was within this palace-type true treasure. How about I enter this true treasure? Golden Horned Beast hesitated for a while, but was quick to come to a decision. A flying palace-type true treasure's main purpose is to protect its owner. I have never heard of this Blood Cloud Palace being able to trap a great being. The palace doors were open. No more hesitation. Golden Horned Beast shrank the size of 9 Tiger River right away, while flying straight for the palace doors. Flying through the doors, he reached a gigantic and spacious public square from which he had a clear of 3 faraway palaces. The main palace was in the middle, while the other 2 were side palaces. Indistinctly, he could see that there seemed to be other palaces behind the main palace. It must be in the main palace. Golden Horned Beast could clearly sense the intense beckoning from where he was, so at top speed, he flew in the direction of the main palace. The main palace exuded a murderous and overbearing aura that seemed to know no limit. As Golden Horned Beast entered, a blood-red throne in the main palace was the first sight that greeted him. But there was no one on the throne. Where is Blood Cloud Palace Master? Could it be that he is not here? He is the master of Blood Cloud Palace. The moment I entered, he should have been able to sense my presence. Why is he not showing himself? Such thoughts were running through Golden Horned Beast's mind, but he did not show signs of hesitation. He had to act. Following the beckoning, he speedily arrived at the rear chamber of the main palace. The palace was divided into the main palace, several other side palaces, and many rear chambers. Golden Horned Beast moved at an alarming speed along the corridors. Here it is. He rammed his way through the doors and entered and found his way into a secret room. Upon entering, the sight that greeted Golden Horned Beast was mildly startling. In this room, there was a large quantity of valuables that exuded various kinds of powerful auras. Judging by their auras, there must have been a large amount of precious materials among them. There was a startling number of treasures in the room. Even at one quick glance, he could see at least several tens of thousands of treasures, of which there must be as many as 100 true treasures. Based on Luo Feng's assessment, these should only be ordinary true treasures. Is this a treasure vault? Luo Feng wondered. But the doors were pushed open so easily. No. This is Blood Cloud Palace. How can its master be so confident? Just laying everything out in the open. My guess is, to Blood Cloud Palace Master, these may not be precious after all. Hundreds of true treasures, tens of thousands of treasures, vast amounts of materials. All of them gave this treasure vault a boundless breath of life. Yet Golden Horned Beast only had eyes for that one item placed directly in the middle of the materials, a piece of black metal board that seemed to be incomplete. The 5th piece. However, Golden Horned Beast felt strange. Could it really be this easy? A thread of godly power shot out from the sharp-pointed tip of Golden Horned Beast's horns and intruded on the metal board. Very quickly, the last section of information from the 9-volume manual surged into Luo Feng's consciousness in a frenzied, unrestrained manner. Luo Feng had already gotten 4 black metals, and after getting the information of the 5th one, the 9-volume manual became complete. Only after he successfully got the complete 9-volume manual did he realize how extraordinary the manual was. Incredible. The Golden Horned Beast closed his eyes. The words on 9-volume manual kept floating in his mind, and the combination of the words themselves formed a giant engraving picture. Each letter was a part of the engraving picture, and combining them made an engraving picture more complex than that of the miniature universe. How incredible! The letters in the manual constitute an engraving picture. I've never heard of such a thing. Luo Feng was amazed. He understood that it was because the 9-volume manual had reached an extremely high level. The closer it was to the universe origin, the more mysterious it would be. Like beast gods, their shapes were the manifestations of laws. The 9-volume manual was even rejected by universe operation law, and it couldn't be taught. Fortunately, Sitting Mountain Guest used Heavenly Soul Crystal to pass it, but he was only able to pass it on to one life. Others, like Supreme Inherited Techniques, were bestowed by the universe directly. But 9-volume manual was rejected by the universe, which meant the manual was more powerful than Supreme Inherited Techniques. And it couldn't be created by universe masters. Golden Horned Beast was dazed in front of the black metal. He was thrilled at the sight of the complete manual, but he recovered shortly. I can't stay here for long. I need to leave now. Golden Horned Beast put the black metal into his world ring using his godly power, and glanced across the valuables beside it. A powerful force arrived and permeated the entire Blood Cloud Palace. The time and space in Blood Cloud Palace were completely controlled. Space ripples were paused. No. Golden Horned Beast was startled. It's a universe master. The Golden Horned Beast turned his head around and saw a ferocious being walking in. He wore a fiery cape, and had 2 golden horns on his head. He also wore a mask, and his tail showed at the back of his armor. He stopped and stared at Golden Horned Beast. Blood Cloud Palace leader, Golden Horned Beast said, turning around. A universe master, thought Luo Feng. So what? Golden Horned Beast. Blood Cloud Palace leader gazed at him, then walked toward him. You're right. I am Blood Cloud Palace leader. However, his godly body started to change. The fiery cape became ordinary cyan armor. His aura changed. Fierceness became tranquility. The golden horns transformed into crystal, and the mask disappeared, revealing a familiar face. Teacher. Golden Horned Beast blurted, baffled by the sight. Blood Cloud Palace leader had turned into the shape of Master Sitting Mountain Guest. The aura was exactly the same as Sitting Mountain Guest, and aside from his aura, the power he emitted was stronger than that of Primal Chaos City Leader, that couldn't be replicated. Luo Feng. Sitting Mountain Guest smiled and said, Did you expect this to happen? Golden Horned Beast blinked and recalled his conversation with Sitting Mountain Guest in the Beast God sector. Luo Feng had asked whether it would take a trial for him to get the 5th black metal, and Sitting Mountain Guest had given him an ambiguous answer. Luo Feng had been curious and kept asking, but Sitting Mountain Guest refused to answer him. Outside the main palace of Blood Cloud Palace, Sitting Mountain Guest looked at the endless black airflow in the space in the distance. Golden Horned Beast adjusted to the size of Sitting Mountain Guest and stood before him like a lion. Teacher, I didn't expect Blood Cloud Palace leader to be you, said Golden Horned Beast body. No wonder no one can deal with the Blood Cloud Palace. Blood Cloud Palace is only a body I made. Sitting Mountain Guest looked out into space and sighed. Although it's only a body, it's as powerful as Primal Chaos City Leader. It's enough to roam the universe. Why were you posing as Blood Cloud Palace leader? Golden Horned Beast's eyes glinted with confusion. Sitting Mountain Guest didn't need any disguise, given his power. Because of you, said Sitting Mountain Guest. Me? The Golden Horned Beast was dazed. Sitting Mountain Guest nodded. Yes. To be exact, this is an identity I prepared specially for my 3rd disciple. Whoever meets my requirement will inherit this position. Blood Cloud Palace leader. Inherit it. Golden Horned Beast was stupefied. Damn. Thought Luo Feng. Teacher is bringing me trouble. Blood Cloud Palace leader is a maniac who has enemies all over creation. All the powers want nothing but his demise. And teacher seems to want to have me inherit that position. Just as I cultivated your 2nd brother, Sitting Mountain Guest exclaimed, I created another identity, Northern Prison Master. When your 2nd brother is powerful enough, I'll have him inherit that position. What? Golden Horned Beast was even more shocked. Blood Cloud Palace Leader, and Northern Prison Master. Both of them were bodies made by Sitting Mountain Guest. Northern Prison Master was an evil supreme being who was as infamous as Blood Cloud Palace Leader. He had a flying palace-type true treasure, Northern Prison, that had the powers of sealing and suppression. When he fought his enemies, he liked trapping them inside the prison, and if they didn't have the clone technique, they would have to resort to self-destruction. He was even more ancient than Blood Cloud Palace Leader, an evil being well known at the beginning of the universe, but he disappeared afterward. I meant to have your second brother inherit the position of Northern Prison Master. Sitting Mountain Guest shook his head. However, he still fails to satisfy me after an eternity, which is why I made Northern Prison Master vanish. Your second brother is not qualified to be him. Luo Feng was startled. Made him vanish? I don't have much hope for your second brother, which is why I devoted all my time and energies to you. Sitting Mountain Guest smiled and looked at Luo Feng. If second brother disappointed you, I might disappoint you someday, Golden Horned Beast said and lowered his head. Sitting Mountain Guest smiled. You already proved that you're better than your second brother when you successfully drove Star Tower. Star Tower is extremely powerful. Universe Knights, Universe Masters, and even Universe Supreme Masters don't have a chance of using it. The weaker ones don't have a strong enough willpower. It's impressive of you to survive life or death inheritance as a Sector Lord. That said, although you are better than your second brother, you still haven't met my goal. Goal? Golden Horned Beast looked at his teacher. Universe Supreme Master. Sitting Mountain Guest said. This was the first time that he expressed his true will in front of Luo Feng. When you become a Universe Supreme Master, I'll succeed. If your second brother becomes a Universe Supreme Master, I'll succeed as well. However, I don't think it's possible that he can become a Universe Supreme Master, as is walked in a wrong path. Luo Feng was shocked. Both his oldest brother and second brother were Universe Masters, yet Sitting Mountain Guest was still disappointed and cultivated the third disciple. It turned out that Sitting Mountain Guest would like his disciple to become a Universe Supreme Master. What a crazy idea. There were only few Universe Supreme Masters in the universe. A race would be a pinnacle race if it had just one Universe Supreme Master. And a power would be a superpower if it had one. Even those Universe Supreme Masters that roamed the universe alone were the greatest and eternal beings. It was already incredible that Sitting Mountain Guest could reach the level himself, but he wanted to make his disciple a Universe Supreme Master. Crazy. However, Luo Feng couldn't help admiring his teacher. Sitting Mountain Guest did a wonderful job. He had cultivated the bloodline of the Flame God race and Earthlings, and he even made incredible true treasures like Force Armor and Original Soul, which were easy for him to create. He even created a supreme true treasure, Star Tower. It is extremely difficult to become a Universe Supreme Master, said Sitting Mountain Guest. You'll never become a Universe Supreme Master if you keep practicing all by yourself. Each Universe Supreme Master became one because of their experience and luck, but all of them became Universe Supreme Masters through blood and fire. You can't train yourself by excessive killings because of the bond you have with your race. Which is why I give you the identity of Blood Cloud Palace Leader. No one will know who you are, and your enemies are all around the universe. Once you show yourself up in the universe, all your enemies will race toward you. Sitting Mountain Guest gazed at Luo Feng. You'll grow with all the training you have from your enemies. This is the best way I know to cultivate a Universe Supreme Master. They'll recognize me. Golden Horn Beast blinked his eyes and was dazed. They won't. Sitting Mountain Guest waved his hands, and a bloody pearl showed up. This is a special true treasure called Blood Cloud Pearl. It can change your aura and even camouflage your armor. No one will be able to recognize you, and the Flying Palace type true treasure Blood Cloud Palace will be yours too. Of course, if you disappoint me, I'll take back Blood Cloud Palace and Blood Cloud Pearl as I did to your second brother. Sitting Mountain Guest gazed at Golden Horned Beast. My disciple. It'll be a new journey for you when you become Blood Cloud Palace Leader. Do you dare to accept it? The golden eyes of golden horned beast glinted fiercely. I do. Killing. A path of great beings. A new journey. It all sounded interesting. You crave for killing innately. Sitting mountain guest gazed at golden horned beast and nodded contently. You're a fit for blood cloud palace leader. He threw out the blood cloud pearl. Seal your life imprint in it and control the pearl. Golden horned beast immediately penetrated blood cloud pearl in the sky with a trace of his godly power, and the pearl recognized Luo Feng as its master instantly. Blood cloud pearl, a true treasure specially coined by Sitting Mountain guest, had no information contained on it, and its function was peculiar. Actually, many true treasures coined by Sitting Mountain guest had peculiar attributes, like original soul and force armor. They all had strict conditions for users, and those who failed to meet the conditions were not able to use them, which showed the ability of Sitting Mountain guest to coin true treasures. Golden horned beast opened his mouth, and the blood cloud pearl flew inside. Suddenly, the godly body of golden horned beast started to change. His hind legs became longer and stronger while his chest and belly had more strength. The previously crouched creature became a standing one. There was a silver mask on his face, and there were 2 golden horns on his forehead. The scaled wings on his back immediately disappeared, and even the color of the beast god armor started to change slowly. It became a fiery cape, and a scaled tail extended out. Endless killing power emanated from its body. Wicked. Mad. He became the shape of blood cloud palace leader. Ha ha ha. This blood cloud pearl of mine. Isn't it fantastic? Mountain sitting guests stood aside and looked at the transformed body, as if it were an exquisite piece of artwork. Incredible. Luo Feng couldn't help exclaiming. Both my power and my aura are given out by blood cloud pearl. It's even able to change the structure of my godly body, but my power isn't affected at all after turning from a golden horned beast. It's also able to camouflage my beast god armor. It's magical. I needed to kill a universe master to create the blood cloud pearl, Sitting Mountain guest continued. And I had to kill him by soul to preserve his godly body. Then, I used a large amount of material on his godly body to transform it into a blood cloud pearl, so that it could give out special power and aura. It's even able to change your godly body into the structure I designed and camouflage a true treasure. Luo Feng was dazed. Blood cloud pearl was a peculiar true treasure. It didn't have any combat power, but it was desired by many supreme beings. However, Luo Feng didn't expect it to require a universe master to be killed by soul before it could be created. Perhaps only universe supreme masters were able to do that. Remember, Sitting Mountain guest said. Be careful when you use Star Tower. If you use Star Tower for attacks, it might not be identified by other great beings, but if you use it to flee, it'll definitely be exposed. I understand. Luo Feng nodded. Star Tower shrank to the size of a palm, taking the shape of a cone. It could be used as a horn. However, Luo Feng would need to enlarge Star Tower if he used it to run, and then it would be exposed. You'll definitely expose yourself if you use it to save your life. Sitting Mountain guest smiled. Whether you use Star Tower as Blood Cloud Palace leader, or Luo Feng depends on you. Luo Feng nodded. If Luo Feng used Star Tower exposed and Blood Cloud Palace leader used Star Tower exposed, he would basically be telling the universe that Luo Feng was Blood Cloud Palace leader. There's another valuable for you to save yourself, Blood Cloud Palace. I just took back my life imprint. Sitting Mountain guest smiled. And from now on, it belongs to you. Blood Cloud Palace. Luo Feng turned around and looked at the towering palace. He immediately infused his godly power to the ground and sealed his life imprint in the palace. Blood Cloud Palace became a part of him, and everything inside the palace was under his control. He could even see the treasure vault inside. Blood Cloud Palace is a top-tier flying palace type true treasure. Sitting Mountain guest said. It's extremely precious. Remember, you can use it only when you disguise yourself as Blood Cloud Palace leader. Otherwise, your identity will be exposed. Luo Feng nodded. I hope I will not take it back someday. Sitting Mountain Guest grinned. I am not my second brother, Luo Feng replied. I'll make you a promise, just as I did with your second brother. A promise? Luo Feng listened carefully. Sitting Mountain Guest smiled. If you can kill 10 top-tier universe overlords, or 1 universe master when you're a universe knight, I'll coin a pinnacle true treasure for you with the material you give me. The material needed to make a pinnacle true treasure is 1/10 the worth of a pinnacle true treasure itself. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. Pinnacle true treasures were desired even by Primal Chaos City Leader and Huge Axe Creator. Ancestor and Sitting Mountain Guest bet on valuables at this level as well. However, if you become a universe master, the conditions will be much demanding. You'll need to kill at least 100 top-tier universe overlords, or 10 universe masters, before I make a pinnacle true treasure for you. Sitting Mountain Guest smiled strangely. When I say pinnacle true treasures, that includes domain-type true treasures and flying palace-type true treasures. Luo Feng's eyes shone. Damn. The best true treasures currently owned by the human race were pinnacle domain-type true treasures. I'll make a list of the materials needed for the true treasure you want, said Sitting Mountain Guest. Don't expect too much. The materials needed for pinnacle domain-type true treasures are so scarce that even your race might not be able to gather it all. They will, Luo Feng said, feeling motivated. Remember, you need to kill 10 top-tier universe overlords or 1 universe master when you're a universe knight, and if you become a universe master, the number will be tenfold. Sitting Mountain Guest sighed. I gave the promise to your second brother as well. He was already a universe master when he inherited the identity of Northern Prison Master, but he never met my conditions. Luo Feng was rendered speechless. Killing 10 universe masters. How demanding was that? Power wasn't all that mattered. Universe masters were experts at surviving. Even when it came to universe overlords, they were able to stall and call for help so that a supreme being or even a universe supreme master could arrive. After all of them had powers supporting them, and they would call for help if they knew their lives were at risk. Even universe supreme masters would find it difficult to kill 10 top-tier universe masters. No wonder Flame Emperor had failed. I need to kill 10 top-tier universe overlords or 1 universe master. Luo Feng exclaimed. None of the top-tier universe overlords are easy to deal with, and they might even summon universe masters to save them. As for universe masters, the best I can do is to fight them. Kill them. The conditions Sitting Mountain Guest put forward were incredibly difficult to meet, but the promise enticed Luo Feng. My teacher just wants me to kill. Luo Feng saw through Sitting Mountain Guest. This is Blood Cloud Token. Sitting Mountain Guest threw out a red token. Luo Feng took it. It looked like the token his teacher had given him for contact. After it recognizes you as its master, you can give orders to the 18 servants using this token, Sitting Mountain Guest explained. All the 18 slaves are universe knights, and they are responsible for other special life forms. Servants. Luo Feng was curious. When I created Blood Cloud Palace Leader, I saved some special life forms during my adventure in the universe. They all begged to recognize me as their master. I'm a special life form myself, so I wanted to protect them. The more time I spent, the more life forms I saved. 18 of them became universe knights under my instructions, and 3 of them are top-tier universe overlords. You can use the token to learn the basic information about the 18 universe knights. I've been protecting them for an eternity, and now, it's your turn. Take care of them when you can. Sitting Mountain Guest paused for a moment. Star Tower, Force Armor, and Blood Cloud Palace. You've got everything. And I've done everything I can. And now, you're the one who can shape your future. Sitting Mountain Guest looked at Luo Feng and then, he disappeared. Luo Feng remained standing where he was. He felt the expectations in the look Sitting Mountain Guest gave him. Sitting Mountain Guest had cultivated Flame Emperor, and he was cultivating Luo Feng now. Apparently, he wanted a disciple who was a universe supreme master. Perhaps there's a secret behind this, Luo Feng thought. Luo Feng immediately took up Blood Cloud Token. Teacher Sitting Mountain Guest asked him to take care of those special life forms as much as he could. He should definitely devote some effort to this. Luo Feng gave an order to the 18 servants through the token. He asked them to bring all the special life forms under them to see him in Blood Cloud Palace. Master wants to see us. Quick! You're lucky, little one. Master is seeing you. Ah? We're only sector lords. Can we really see our master? Teams of special life forms in ancient Qin secret region started to rush toward Blood Cloud Palace. It was like a pilgrimage to them. After all, Blood Cloud Palace leader only stayed in contact with those 18 knights. Other special life forms had no way to contact the palace leader. They finished gathering after a little over a day. All 18 universe knights led the special life forms under them to move forward in the dark, and flew toward Blood Cloud Palace. The door of the palace was opened. Traces of light flew across them. Inside the main palace of Blood Cloud Palace, Black Sky Horde leader, Silver Dragon Knight, and Black Thorn Devil Master were at the front, followed by 15 universe overlords and senior universe knights. They were followed by hundreds of undying special life forms who were, in turn, followed by thousands of Sector Lord special life forms. Master, the 3 top-tier universe overlords groveled. Master, all the special life forms groveled. Blood Cloud Palace Master sat in his bloody throne, looking down upon them. This video will end here.